Good evening, everybody. This is really the late night edition of Encounters. It's 11:42. Usually we're on at 11 p.m., but this is really late night. So this is CmdrAleon, your host of Encounters, a show that's out of this world. The number one spiritual UFO talk show on any social media where things happen, and they do, right here on Encounters. I'm CmdrAleon, your host from Mars. Also, I work with the Ashtar Galactic Command and have been working with them before there was an internet. I'm a contactee from the 1960s. Good to see you all coming in here. And also, we're glad to have everybody all over the world coming in. I'm glad people are awake at 11:42 p.m. on the East Coast or any planetary area of Earth. Welcome. We're here to bust the Matrix, and we will. And we will. And we are glad to have all of you coming in here. Hey, Rob, good to see you. I am Kale. Hey, Jan, good to see you. Sunshine Love and Tim Price. Shelly Harrison. Scott W6565. Al Cover. Good to see you. My phone seems to lose you for a while. Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. So we got through Monday. Almost. We're almost at the end of Monday on the East Coast here. Getting into Tuesday morning. Late night on Encounters. We never know what's going to happen here. We're going to wait till hey, Gypsy Tia, good to see you. Edic, good to see you, brother. Sloan Gilbert. And the commander is going to ask all my viewers here to do what I did since yesterday. And that is to go onto your profile page under privacy and support. Or privacy, yeah, there's a thing on privacy under your whole TicTok page to do a report. So I want every one of my viewers to help support someone who I deeply care about as a friend and as a person that has provided great information regarding the Ashtar Command, documented all kinds of information. So the commander is on his show, one of the most popular UFO shows here on social media, supporting Friendswood Ferry 111. And let me see if she can get on. Maybe we're able to do it. Not yet. But she's here. She can only watch, but she needs your support. We need everybody to go to their profile page and tell TikTok to reinstate her right away, ASAP. Every one of you. Because you see, somebody reported her, and we're not going to get into it here. We're not going to name any names because we don't know who it was, and let's not jump into conclusions here, because this is a popular talk show. But I will say that everyone needs to support her. I want all my viewers to go on their profile page. There's a thing called privacy, and the settings in the privacy. You can send a report to TikTok. Tell TikTok that you support Friendswood Ferries getting back on here with her 1111. I want everybody to do that right now. So I want everyone to stand firm. The commander is on his show going, and I would do this for anybody, but this time I'm doing it for Friendswood Ferries because she's my friend, and she is a beautiful soul. And whoever reported her, whoever it was, it could have been anybody. It could have been a troll. It could have been anybody. There are those kinds of people out here. But we need to show our support. We're working really hard with the Ashtar Command on providing information to you on Earth. And I know she'll be going on board the ship a number of times before we all go on the ship. So there's so much to learn and so much to share. And we're going to make sure on this show that when she gets back her privileges that she's able to do her own lives again and provide good information on her own independent lives, as well as Friday night. We're going to do Friday night contacts with the Ashtar Command as a permanent thing. That's my decision. And since I'm the host of this show, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It only matters what I decide to do on this show. So we will do interviews as normal tonight. I got a little bit late tonight, but because I work with the Ashtar Command and have worked with them all my life, even when I was a kid, not knowing what the Ashtar Command was, I will stand steady and firm in supporting my friend. So I ask all of you, even if you don't know her too well, she is a beautiful soul. If you watch her broadcasts, she's taught so many people about what's coming down the pike in a beautiful way for the planet. The work that the Ashtar Command is doing for the Earth. And there are many more ships coming. So welcome to the show. Don't know how many people will be on here tonight. We usually have a couple hundred. It's early. It's kind of, usually I'm on at 11, but it's 11:30, 11:48 right now. Hey, young Skywalker, may the Force be with you. Oh, hey, Golden Hunter. I'm so into busting the Matrix, I'm busting the Figurement. So, spaceships can come and go to our planet. They don't have to worry about any invisible Figurement or anything. They just come and go. They can blink in and out of dimensions. Hey, Gary Haas, good to see you, brother. Everybody getting in here. I know I'm late, so you're probably saying, where's the commander at 11 o'clock? Stick around, folks. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere you need to be except right here on Encounters. Where are you going to go? Watch some people hitting their heads over a bunch of rubber bats on TikTok, throwing food at each other? Or you can watch this show. Hey, brother. Hey, Mercury Man. Thank you, 1954. We're grateful for you, too. You see, the thing with me is when people do things like that to other people, the commander doesn't stand for it. I don't care who they are, troll or no troll. You do something like that, as far as I'm concerned, you're going to get the karma. It's going to come back to you big time, especially on a big show like this, especially when I speak up and say that was really low for somebody to report somebody who is a beautiful soul, who has real information, who's working with us. We're working with them. We're connected. You don't do that to somebody. You don't do that to anybody. Yep, Paul 345. I do believe in karma too. Yep. They're going to get their karma, whoever did this. They could be viewing our show right now and they're going to get their karma. I guarantee it. And I know everybody, I want you all to do this. Go on your profile where it says privacy. You can go to report and you can report something to TikTok, to their TikTok team. And I want you to tell them to tell TikTok to let Friends with Furries back on within 24 to 48 hours. And that she is not to be kept unable to go live. I need everybody to do that. All 177 of you. Even if you don't truly know her, you need to support. You need to support. I'll be getting into some live interviews here. And again, if I bring anybody on here, we're going to stay focused on what the show's about. I'm just making an announcement here. I'm not making this a discussion. I'm putting a call to light worker action that all people support Friends with Furry 1111. And I want all my friends, again, not to assume somebody did this or whoever did it, who you think it is. That's not going to make anything better. So we need to have some calm, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out quietly without going all over the place and, figuring out who might have done this. But we're going to find out. She shouldn't have to. She should be able to come back on the account that she has. And so this is what I'm pushing people to do. Everyone should go on their TikTok profile, go to your privacy setting. You can send TikTok a message, send a report. It's called the report page. You just type in your own report and just say, I'm here. I'm a friend. I really enjoy Friends with Furries content. And just put it that way, enjoy her content. I don't understand why you have put her on limited ability to be able to go live right now. You want her to be, in your own words, just put in your own words, that you want her live abilities reinstated. So when you do it, tell me you've done it. Take a minute right now to do it, or do it after the show, or do it tomorrow morning. But every single person, if they get hundreds, I've done this for other people, and it's amazing. TikTok will message me and say, Commander, all these people, were sending us messages to get this person back on live, and it worked. You don't believe how much power there is in numbers. Everybody do it. And do it. If you already did it, do it again. And this way, they will know. They will know. So welcome to the show. And let's see here. We have a guy named Joe. Joe, what does Joe want to talk about? We have to find, let me give you some background of the show here. The background of the show is the protocol of interviews are, number one, I want to know what you're talking about before you get on here. We have no paranormal discussions here. Hey, Joe. Good evening, Joe. So I want to know what Joe wants to talk about in relation to visitations, UFO sightings, mermaids, fairies, Bigfoot, any of that stuff, visitations with space people. That's the focus of the show for everybody. Number two, no smoking, no vaping, no any of that stuff. No drinking, no drugs, no being drunk on here. You can never get on the show. And also just no foul language. Nobody under 18. So those, I think, cover the gamut of this show on encounters. We want to keep the show as highly professional as possible. I'm also radio host at WESU-FM NPR Pacifica Radio for 21 years with my Ashtar Command radio show. So I don't put up with any of the craziness on other TikToks. I'm doing a show here, and we keep it. Hey, Loretta, good to see you. Good to see everybody here. And we're glad to have you all with us. Welcome to the show. I have no idea what's going to happen in terms of interviews. And I do have always, hey, Kelly. Yes, indeed, I have apple cider. Hey, Kit Kat. It's good to be with you, Yaya. Always good to see you. Always, always, always. Good to see everybody here. We almost had 178 people. Now we're down to 124. What's going on here? Let's go and amp it up. Everybody tap. Everybody share to people that you think should be here. Share, share, and share. I make this a very collective show where everybody gets involved. So share with people that you think are awake, not sleeping. Physically asleep, I mean. Anybody you think should be here, bring them here. Pull them out. Pull them out the other TikTok lives and bring them over here, will you? Just be cool. Astro traveling is my favorite thing to do. Beautiful. Thank you, Commander. It's a beautiful place. Thank you, Yaya Spirit. It's beautiful because of all the beautiful people in the world that come here to encounters. We want to make this a welcoming space for people that have had visitations, and we have. This is a place where people can talk about disclosure, about their experience with space people. You can't find that anywhere else, we really do care because we are a contactee, and also because we're from Mars, not from Earth. And my consciousness is multi-consciousness, meaning I'm Martian consciousness, I'm under a cosmic Christed consciousness, and I'm under the Ashtar Command consciousness because I'm not from this planet. I play the game. I can play it really well. I think many of you play the game, right? You're not from here. Some of you anyway. You're starseed. You're from some other planetary system. I know you do. I'm absolutely certain you do. And when I get into the Ashtar Command consciousness, when I get into that mode of thinking, I'm a system buster. That's what I am. A matrix buster. She didn't have enough followers, probably. No, she had plenty of followers. It's just that she got reported. She got reported by somebody. It's not the followers that she didn't have. She had the followers to go live. She already did that. So that's why people need to go to their profile page after my show's over, go under the privacy area, go to the report area, and tell TikTok to bring back Friends with Furry 1111 live so she can get started to go back live on her own broadcast. She has some great information. So I want everybody to do that. Don't forget. And it's good to have everybody here with us. There we go. That's where we should be. Yeah, that's true, Kelly Flip Coins. Those who report somebody like that are afraid of the cosmic truth. UFO encounter, okay. And you have enough, Joe, to go on here. All right. We're going to bring Joe on as our first.
For me.
Okay. We're going to be taking Joe and blocking him. Okay. The commander just blocked him. I had a feeling about this. And now he is blocked. Let me make sure I got him out of here. I'm pretty sure he's blocked. Let's see here. Take it out. Yeah, so, hey, good to see you. Let's see here. Looking at all the people. We get some of that sometimes on here, the trolls. You never know. But I got them off before it got worse. Got to be quick. Got to be quick. But if there's any real people, I know there's a lot of real people here that have any interesting things to share. A spiritual spot. If you can, in meditation, figure out who reported Friends with Furries. I know you have the ability to remote view. If you remote view and figure out who it is, private message me. If you figure out who it is in remote viewing, maybe you can find out who reported Friends with Furries. I'll give you that assignment here within the next day or so. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Billy White, hey, been looking forward to your live all night. Do you have a certain time you go live? Hey, Bill, good to meet you. We usually go at 11 o'clock. We started really late tonight. So usually I get on by 11 or 10 minutes before 11 on the East Coast here. I actually have concern about stuff my girlfriend and I saw yesterday. Can you give me some idea? Okay, let's see here. I think we're going to take that person. I just took another person out who said, give me your money and I'll give you my spaceship. I think that was going in the wrong direction. Let's see. I actually have a concern about stuff my girlfriend and I saw yesterday. Can you tell us what it was? Yeah, in the garden. Perhaps I should go live and have her as a guest. Okay, let's see here. Looking at a CO. Huh. Can you explain, Jordan, what that was? Your Friends with Furries, we're going to get you back on so you can share. I know you're being taken off planet. So as soon as you can get back on your full live rights, you're going to be right on the show here. I know this. I've been getting there's a lot of information. I'm going to also share something. This morning, I was live for a little bit this morning, and I had a guest on that. This is really weird, man. I got to share this with people. I went on this morning, and I had my Alexa app plugged in on the table here, and I didn't pull anybody up on the screen, and this person popped up on my screen live. I didn't even press any buttons, but I felt my energy was so amped up. I was affecting everything. And no, she's not banned completely. She is just temporarily banned, but we want to make sure she gets out of the banning situation. That's why I need everybody to message and do a report to TikTok to have her privileges reinstated within 24 hours. 24 to 48 hours. We want her reinstated. This is the commander, reinstated within 24 to 48 hours. We want to have her, Lynette, yeah, we want you to go to your profile page when I'm not on and go to the privacy section where you send a report to TikTok. And we want you to send a report saying, we want Friends with Furry 1111 to be reinstated right away to be able to go live. I want everybody to do that, just so you know what's going on here. Okay. But I was going to say this morning, I didn't share this, but it's the weirdest thing that happened to me. And I thought maybe the command was amping things up, this morning. I had a guest come on. I didn't even do anything. I had a guest come on automatically without me doing anything or inviting the guest on. It was a good person, but I didn't do anything. And all of a sudden my voice was amplifying through his side of it. And it was the weirdest thing ever. Like, we were so amped up. It was just unbelievable. That was this morning. Tonight, everything seems to be okay. I mean, things are really been amped up. I don't know if you can feel it, but I know I have. I met your two sisters and my sister. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. I can't wait to have you back on live, and we're going to do a whole thing on it. If we get your live back on here before Friday, which I'm really pushing, I'm making sure every live I do here to get everybody to be conscious of what happened to Friends with Furries. I want my commander, Friends with Furries, to be back on talking and being live to do her own broadcast and to also come on here. So I need everybody's support. I want TikTok to know that whatever was done was incorrect. That's what the commander's doing on his show. All right. And she has a lot of, I know she was taken off planet. I know there's a lot of information to share, and we're going to get that information. And the beautiful part is pretty soon, there are 4 of us that are going on the spaceship. I am so excited for that now. I'm so ready for that now. And the word's getting out pretty much to people that are hearing about this. We're not going on a trip in our dreams. We're not going astral traveling. We're all physically going to be invited aboard one of the Ashtar ships. Do you realize what I'm talking about here? That you're being a part of galactic history by watching this show? Do you realize something profound is going to happen? Something very profound. When's the last time I've seen a spaceship? Gosh, I see them all the time. The biggest ships I saw in the 1980s, I saw a ship 2 football fields in length, over 1,000 feet up above a condo complex facing a wooded area in the 1980s. Hey, Zoom, we are in ship, we are chosen. Hey, Zoom, good to see you. And last night on live, and you can listen because Friends with Furries is able to type, so she can share some. If you type Friends with Furries, I'll repeat what you type. I saw one last night in Tennessee, Mark Johnston. Mark, we're going to follow you. You have 50 followers, but we're going to follow you. I've seen 4 different ships, Lynette says. And Friends with Furries 1111, my friend April is here. So she'll be able to, let me see why is my brightness. Here we go. She'll be able to, she'll be able to share a little bit. I'm just getting better lighting here. My lighting was not as good. Now it's better. Oh, you're welcome. So Friends with Furry was saying that she met my 2 sisters, and I'm gonna, whatever she says, I can read it, I would, Mark. Mark, once you get up to 200 followers, I can have you on here. So I know you're kind of new to the TikTok. So the minimum is 200 followers. If you're 200 followers, we'd love to have you on here soon. Once you get up to 200, we'll have you on here live. Most definitely. That's a promise. We love to help people on my show. That's the difference in me. It's all about helping each other, right? Let me see who's trying to come up here now. Let's see who we got. The Spirit. Oh, I know who that is.
Hi.
The Spiritual Spot. Hi, how you doing, sister?
I'm doing good. I have a question. April, do you want to use my backup account? I have enough people on there. It doesn't look it, but I had thousands of people on it, and then I deleted everybody and cleared it out a while back. You can take it over if you want. It's up to you. You can change the name, take the email, whatever you want to do, change it around, but you can have it if you want.
Yeah, she's going to get back. We want to get her, the commander's into making sure that they give her back to live on her current account, her original account. It's up to her what she wants to do, but it's a beautiful gesture,
If she wanted to use it like temporarily, or you keep it as a backup, she can change it and do whatever she wants.
Yeah, because there's
live now.
Yeah. See, they didn't take all the privileges away, but just the ability to go live, which is the biggest thing.
Yeah, I know.
And that's temporary, but it shouldn't be like that.
I agree. And I will get into. I'll reach out to you later on about what you asked.
Yeah,
I'll definitely do that. But I just wanted to throw that out there. If she does, she can. She needs to go live now or something. She's welcome to take it and do whatever she wants. But any rate, that's the only reason why I jumped up. I just wanted to put that out there for her. I've been friends with her for quite a while.
No, you have. Yeah, you've been very supportive of her information.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And because now, just because now Spiritual Spot, as you know, because I came here live, and yesterday, I'm sure TikTok has gotten a lot of messages from the report area to get her reinstated.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they've emailed me and said they've been getting them, and they told me that I reached out to April about getting on there, and she asked they said that she had the person that you want to get back on needs to message them on the report, and she did. So now they got her message, and they're getting support from everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And that's why, and I'm the kind of person, because I'm connected with the Ashtar Command, and just because of my background as a contactee. Yeah, hold on.
And there was the commander walking on top. It looked like he was out in space walking on top. That was great. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Watch when he comes back in, he'll be walking across. Oh goodness. James, down the rabbit hole, my friend. Hello. Come on, Papa Smurf, you should jump up here. We were entertaining in our live over there earlier. There he comes, walking across the planet. There he is.
Here we are.
You look like you were walking, literally right on top of the planet.
Well, I actually am. I'm a giant.
That was great. We'll jump down so you can get some guests up here.
All right. Well, it's all good. And it's good to see everybody here. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I have a very deep voice, so I'm going to try to lower my voice a little bit here. I think I'm going to just bring it down a little bit because I think most people can hear me. Welcome to the show, whoever you are, wherever you are. And if anybody would like to be interviewed, again, we love to have guests on here. If you have any UFO sighting reports, encounters with Bigfoot or ETs or crop circles or those kinds of things, fairies, all that kind of stuff, we'd like to certainly hear. You should tell Commander about the blue picture. The blue picture. Thank you, Rod, for the bear. We appreciate the gifts. What about the blue? What's the blue picture? I don't know about the blue picture. Hey, bring me up and I'll tell you. Okay, let me see here. Will the outsiders show up better during the eclipse? Go and look at the last thing I said before Mark Johnston. Let's see, Mark Johnston was sharing some information. Let's see, Mark. Let's see. Yeah, the kitty, Friends with Furries, is not meowing. She's actually sleeping on the couch. Oh, she says her brother's amazing on the ship. I'm 68 years old and I have seen a few things. Retired Army Ranger, not a terrible thing. Oh, let's do this. So to get Friends with Fairies back on, go to your privacy when you're off my live. Go to your settings area under report. It's under privacy and settings. You go to the report area and say that you love Friends with Fairies content, and it's Friends with Fairies 1111, and that you wish her to be reinstated right away to be able to go live. So you just go on the privacy setting, and at the report area, you type in your own message to TikTok, to their team, to reinstate her ASAP. And that goes for everybody. That's how you do it. So we've started a love movement for Friends with Furries here on my show, and we will get her reinstated. The commander and everybody here collectively will do that. Everybody. I will look at her right now. Oh, interesting. You know, there's a one thing that in the command we always say, love in action. Said that many years ago, love in action. What does that mean? It means that we don't just talk about being love, we are love. We don't talk about being unconditional, we are unconditional. We don't talk about being light workers, we are light workers. When we do mission work, we are activated, motivated, and then we celebrate. That's what we do. I've always done that. You know, when we went out looking for stone chambers and we had 20, 30 people with us years ago, and then we went all the way out to New York State to look for stone chambers that went into another dimension, but we never found them. That's the kind of stuff the commander did. You know, we did crazy things like that. Hey, Linda, good to see you. See, we believe that we can manifest the beauty of the planet, the beauty of the universe. You know, that's what we do. That's what we do. It's all about that, you know. That's why you're so beautiful, all of you. You don't realize how beautiful we really are within, because we face everything around us on this planet, all the crazy stuff, right? But in truth, no big deal. We can deal with it. And I'm going to bring Cliff up to tell this story. He'll be my second. Oh, I have to bring Cliff back up because my TikTok is really weird. And I'm going to bring you back up, Cliff. Let me just do this again. It's my It's all my energy, man. It's just like everywhere. Where is he? All right, we're going to try this again. I don't know what I did to him. He just disappeared. Is he here somewhere? Did I just do something weird? He's gone. What did I do? I don't know where he is. Anyway, you're watching Encounters. Felly, and I can't pronounce your other sister's name, but she says everybody calls her Allie for short. Oh, interesting. I can't wait to get you back on live so you can actually go on here and talk about it. I lost. Oh, there he is. I'm going to try this again. Okay, Cliff, this might work. Did I lose him? I think the frequencies are going crazy right now. Does anybody else feel the frequencies are going crazy? I think they are. You know, I really do. I can't believe how quiet it is. I guess I'm supposed to, since I have no guest interviews tonight, I guess I'm supposed to talk about something relative to the Ashtar Command. I think the Ashtar Command wants me to talk about something tonight. I get that feeling since this morning when things went kind of really crazy. Can I ask you a question? Yes, you can, Francisco. I'm taking questions since I don't have any guests right now. I'm watching and listening to comments or watching comments. Welcome, Larry Waddell. Gostic, welcome. Joshua, welcome to our show. I believe I was born. What happened to Cliff? I don't understand what happened here. He's just totally gone. I don't know what happened to him. All right. Need my UFO story, Commander? Always. Always. We can use a UFO story. We'll definitely bring you on, Eddick. We can use the UFO story while I'm waiting for... I'm not even waiting. Now I got to do this again. See what's happening to my screen. I bring somebody up and I can't. My TikTok's acting weird. Eddick, I'm going to bring you right back here. Hold on a minute. I'm going to take you off for a minute. And we're going to bring him back on as a guest and see if it comes on as a separate screen. Let's see what happens here. My TikTok's okay. It's working. Thank God it's working. Hey, down the rabbit hole. Good to see you, brother. Hey, Eddick. Good to see you.
Hello, Commander.
And good evening. So, yeah, we've had some technical things going weird here, but yeah, tell us one of your stories, because it's been a really kind of a slow night.
Well, I'll give you a little background. You interviewed my brother, Rod.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he can kind of give you a little more information, too. But my story was 1982. I was in Lake and Heath, England, working nuclear alert there. Young airman, 22 years old, you know. But anyways, I was hiking back and forth to my job at the time. It was about 10-mile thumbing, you know. But anyways, I was hitchhiking back home from work about 10 o'clock or so, gotten out just a little bit early. And I got to about midway point just past the Mildenhall base that I had to pass. And I was at a place called Shippy Hill train station. And all of a sudden I seen lights coming across the fence. You know, it was a big flat fence in England. And they're coming across the fence, and they were going all over the sky, faster than you could keep your eyes on. There was about 6 of them. And then they locked up over my head, and the light came down. And my next, you know, recollections was being on board a ship, looking at like hieroglyphic writing, and wondering
Really?
how the metal was the way it was and stuff like that. Some of them things probing a little bit, the aliens talking with them, trying to do the telepathic connections and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, after I got back home, it was like 18 hours later. That was after working probably 8-hour shifts, so I had a few hours of missing time. And my wife, when I walked in, she seen me with like a rash down the one side of my body and all that too. So it
Yeah.
was very strange, very strange.
So when you were on board the ship, what did the beings look like, the ETs?
They were the smaller Zeds, Greys,
Oh, the Zeta, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
those are, they have their technology, but they're lower vibrational beings. And they, depending on the Zeta, I've learned that there are different types of Zeta. And if they did any kind of probing or things where were you taken against your will, or what happened?
it was pretty much against my will, but I was given information while I was aboard. After that happened, I
Hmm.
knew my whole idea of God had changed.
Really?
And yes, I mean I knew there was a higher being than us,
Hmm.
and I've known it now for
So
40 years.
did they mentioned telepathy? Did they try to communicate with you, these Zetas?
Yeah, I did communicate with them, and I think they were actually kind of surprised when I was able to send it back to them.
Really?
Yeah.
So what did they say in telepathic communications? Did they give you information why they did what they did?
Well, yeah, they've been coming to our world for quite a few thousand years. I mean, since the pyramids and before is what
Hmm.
I got from it. They've been coming
Yeah.
here. They were the ones that made the human race pretty much, or created our DNA, or gave our DNA to us.
Is that what they telling you that's what they say?
That's what I sensed and heard from them. Yes, I mean
Yeah.
in my mind. Yeah.
Right. So they could have been somewhat involved, but in a sense, there are many, many people here that came in human form from other planets. Like for me, I came from Mars.
Hmm.
The Zeta had no connection to me, and there's a lot of people that they have no connection to. Now they might have had some interconnection biologically with human beings, but they didn't create humans. They had nothing to do with that. That was a God thing. The matter of fact, God created them, but they actually have dehumanized themselves over so many periods of time. They used to look like us, but their
So
planets that became so advanced they outdid their spiritual ability, and it became so technical that they forgot what their emotions were like humans are. They completely voided themselves of those things.
what I was going to ask now then, if they are not godly, then they're darker beings, right?
I'm not sure if they're not godly, but they avoided themselves of the emotions that we have as human beings and that star people have from other planetary worlds within the Ashtar Command realms. They basically they were at one time very human. They had planets that are very livable. They had green things like Earth, but they
Hmm.
got so involved in their technical advancements that they forgot and voided out their human aspects to the point where the Zeta became looking like they do.
Well, that would make sense because of the way that was, they weren't really too caring about how they treated people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't care if they caused you pain or not.
I'm
But
taking this
after,
person out here. Give me a second. This person zero is being bye bye. Said Ashtar Command is fallen ego based social conditioning. I took that person out, blocked them. They will never see the night of day for the Ashtar Command again. That's what we do. We bust the matrix. Just had to take a break there for a minute, but go ahead.
anyways, so I'm kind of lost my track, but so
You're talking about the God thing, like they're
yeah,
when you asked me about God, not that they were not created by God, but they lost their ability to connect with God because they
they
voided
chose the
themselves
dark.
of the human emotions and the experiences that people have.
They chose the dark.
not so much the dark. They chose to be lower vibrational. They lost
Yeah.
the contact. They just went to a lower level in their consciousness.
So these guys are probably the ones that were connected with our government back in 1952 when they made a deal with Eisenhower.
Yeah. Well, the deal with Eisenhower was that if anyone knows the history of Eisenhower, which I do, he actually had a choice. He met with both the Ashtar Command, which is a true story. He met with the Zeta, who had the advanced flying saucer technology, and he knew that the Ashtar Command was right in wanting to help the planet. If Eisenhower had chosen to work with the Ashtar Command, the planet Earth would have been so far advanced, so far peaceful, there wouldn't be wars or pollution. But he chose to go with the Zeta because they offered their technology in return to abduct humans. And that's exactly what they did. And so from that point on, up until the 2000s, probably right before the 2000s, most of your abductions have stopped. I mean, there might be, little bits and pieces around the world, but if you study the history of the abductees, that history goes up and through the decades, up until about the 1990s, maybe near 2000. But now, and so right now what's happening is the Ashtar Command is clearing out the planet of any vestiges of lower vibrational ETs, this being anything from reptilians to any Zetas or any other type of ETs that have been plaguing the planet in a negative way. They're being thrown off the planet. I use the word thrown off the planet. They're being pushed off the planet. They're not going to be allowed to be here anymore. They're being sent back where they came from. So, yeah, your questions are good. Eisenhower.
Sorry, Commander. One of the things I did remember too on board of their ship was that there was about 4 or 5 different aliens around me, but one of them was a female. I had the distinct feeling that she was a female, and she was the one that let me know that the Earth wouldn't take any more, pollution and stuff. They did let me know that. They knew that. They told me that the Earth was important to the universe and the human race would not be allowed to destroy it. I don't know if that was because I was working in nukes at the time.
Maybe. I mean, obviously working in nuclear areas at the time. So this woman, what did she look like?
She was different. She was taller, in a lighter skin, like a pink.
Like a pink. Now she was a Zeta. She wasn't a Zeta though, was she?
I would say not.
Now was she on? This is interesting. Was she on the same ship as a Zeta, or on a different ship?
Same.
Same ship. Interesting. So you had Zeta on the ship, a tall woman that was kind of pink looking. Did she look human?
Pretty much, but some, not quite, not 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
Interesting. But she could have passed it human.
So there was different types of ETs on the same ship.
Yeah. That was my distinct impression that she was not the Greys. She calmed me down, made me relax, took the fear away from me, and then after that, that's when I got some more information too.
Interesting. So the Zeta were trying to. Are they the ones that abducted you?
Yeah, and they did their experiments or whatever. They told me that they had been collecting DNA from us for a while.
Thank you.
I don't know if maybe they need our DNA for something. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, they wanted your DNA because they lost their human ability to do a lot of things, and part of it is the DNA is very important. The DNA activation of the DNA. So the Zeta, I'm really fascinated by this woman who you said was tall and had a pink look to her, that she was human. I wonder what she thought of the Zeta that were doing these experiments with you, and she's there and she's totally a different person calming you down. It looks like she was not involved in any kind of abduction scenario, and so why was she on the same ship? You have a fascinating story here that I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I can't. Like I said, Commander, it's been 44 years or 42 years that I've been carrying this, so it's been a long time.
It's a long time.
It's been a long time
Yeah,
hidden. I wouldn't talk about it because while in the military, I asked the lieutenant commander, about this. I told him what happened. I said I've seen ship and stuff, and he told
yeah,
me unless you want to be marked crazy, lose your security clearance, and
right,
lose your career, you better shut
right.
up.
Yeah, that's what that. My dad was in the Air Force, but he didn't have high security clearance. But I know what that's like because if you have high security clearance, you got to be careful. But now you look at this many years later, and you come
I'm
on
not.
my show and speak for the first time. This is a good place because no one's gonna, joke around about it. We have good moderators. This is a very popular show that's well respected. And my background is what I do. I have 21 years on radio on NPR radio doing what I do here on the radio side. So I'm really happy to have you on here. I just find it fascinating. I've heard stories of different ETs working together, but the fact that the woman was trying to calm you down, that stuck in my head a little bit. Like she's trying to
I
calm you
was
down, and they abducted you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
maybe that was my impression. I was fearful when I got on board. There was all those small guys, the Zeds around, and then
yeah,
after that part of it, that's when I met the taller lady, alien,
interesting,
female.
interesting. Yeah, very very interesting story. And that's a long time ago, and you remember it. I mean, you never forgot the story.
Here's
Oh,
a unique coincidence after this, and I was still hitchhiking back and forth, and after this happened, of course, I'm scared, hating it, not wanting to do it.
mm,
So about a month later, I'm hitchhiking. Here comes a staff car, pulls over, picks me up, and who's in the staff car? The three-star general. He was a USAFE commander.
wow,
Now, what's the chances of him picking you up a month later and wanting to talk to you
wow, that's
while you're
crazy.
hitchhiking? While you're hitchhiking.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of I don't understand that. Then the fact is, and why would they pick you up? I mean, that's the bigger question is when you just said that, like they must have known something that was going on with you.
Well, because I had reported to the lieutenant colonel there in the Victor Alert Barn.
Yeah. So in this time period now, as you look back, what was the level of your security clearance? Was it like pretty high up there, or medium clearance, or what kind of
It
level
was
did you have at the time?
it was a nuclear secret clearance.
Nuclear secret clearance.
I
So in the
knew
nuclear,
I knew access and all that kind of codes and all that stuff. So you couldn't.
now were you at a nuclear military facility, or where were you located? Without going too specific.
Well, I'll tell you, the base was Laken Heath Air Force Base, and where there was F-111s loaded with nuclear weapons on the
Wow.
ready at all times.
Did you have UFOs appear over the base at times because of the nuclear missiles?
Well, that had happened, but not while I was there. But the
Mhm.
Rendlesham Forest incident.
Yeah. Oh, I know about that. I know the author of the book.
That was a year or so before what happened to me.
Really?
I had seen
Int-
Colonel Halt talking to my Colonel Bracken in the Victor Alert Barn.
Hmm.